Welcome to Let's Talk Business. Laura and Dr. Akobian's guest today is Fan Chou. Fan is the president and co-founder of MeetTheVoters.org. As an immigrant, he was fortunate enough to enjoy some of the privileges of being a citizen of this country, with over 40 years of domestic and international construction, engineering, and management experience, both in executive and non-executive capacities. His goal is to give back to the community by leveraging his experience to help others to improve their careers and livelihoods. Meet the Voters is committed to educating the public on voters' rights and options and giving them a safe space to communicate with candidates. Meet the Voters is a bipartisan group. Their goal is to introduce voters to candidates during election periods and give them the opportunity to speak face to face. Let's meet some of the people involved with MeetTheVoters.org. Christina is the secretary-treasurer. Christina has been the office manager with SR Construction since 2018 and project administrator since 2014. She brings over 2 decades of experience from working in construction, specifically in hospitality, healthcare, and commercial office space. Working closely with the president, she assists with the coordination of the office staffing, philanthropy, innovation, and community events at SR Construction. Christina's goal is to continuously challenge herself to learn more and assist the company in its growth goals. She is an active team player on the Philanthropy and Events Committee for SR, as well as an active member for the ABC Event and Workforce Development Committee. She belongs to many industry organizations, including NAWIC, current board member, DBIA, and ABC. Christina is a valued member of the SR company. Her interpersonal skills, drive, and professionalism contribute significantly to her success on every project she undertakes. Sandra Roach. Sandra is an advisor. She is the Vice President and General Counsel of Roche Constructors, Inc., a commercial general contractor which is based in Greeley, Colorado. Sandra has been with Roche for 28 years, with 25 of those years in Las Vegas. She is the 2022 Mountain West Region Vice Chair for the Associated Builders and Contractors. The Mountain West region includes Arizona, Colorado, New Mexico, Utah, and Nevada. Previous positions in the organization include being a member of the Nevada State OSHA Review Board and president of NAWBO Southern Nevada. She is actively involved in numerous organizations and community outreach in Southern Nevada and the 2017 Athena International Leadership Award recipient. She has a bachelor's degree from Colorado State University and earned her law degree at the University of Denver in Colorado. Another advisor is Laura Nowlin. Laura Nowlin is a public servant, always willing to serve her community. She has been in the staffing industry in Las Vegas, Nevada for over 16 years. She founded their family business, CS Now Staffing, Inc., in October 2014, and is presently serving as the president. In January 2015, she co-founded Nevada Hispanic Business Group, NVHBG, to help bring the Hispanic and non-Hispanic business community together. Presently, she serves as one of their advisors. Last month, she started working to help restructure the Christian Chamber of Commerce and will be taking on the active role as their chairman of the board. Laura has been working with Fan Chou, president of Meet the Voters, since 2015, and when asked to be a part of the political bipartisan journey to help educate the voters in Las Vegas, Nevada, and introduce them to each of the candidates, she excitedly accepted and started serving as the volunteer assistant to the president of this newly formed organization. Laura has a Bachelor of Science degree in Business Administration with emphasis in marketing from Cal State San Bernardino University and associate degree in Business Administration from San Bernardino Valley Community College. She is very active in her community and always looking for the opportunity to serve. We are joining the show now in progress. Let's meet Fan Chou.
We are a huge melting pot, right?
Yes.
We all know that. But our representation generally don't represent in that way. So, bunch of friends of us, maybe we have too many beers that night. We say, hey, we want to start something. And Laura was one of the founders.
Yes,
And
but I wasn't
part of
drinking
us-
beer though, Fan. Let me just correct that. Okay, keep going.
maybe it was an overdose of Diet Coke, but it was some liquid influence, okay? We decided to form a group to host a political event during the last election cycle in state Nevada. And we hosted some event for lieutenant governor. We hosted an event for different assembly seats to give a platform. And most of the people that came to attend this event are small business, and generally most of them are minority.
Right.
The goal of this is to educate the next generation of voters, especially from the minority sector, both as an individual, also from small business, right? Because small business dominate 80% of our economy, but huge of them is represented by minority business, and most of them have very little knowledge about how much politics affect their livelihoods. As you guys can tell right now, high inflation,
Right.
well, that's a policy issue. Well, that's affect everybody, right? From people working and people who own small business. And minority, especially Hispanic community, have a very good tradition about small business, work with your hand, get up in the morning and do what you have to do, make a living for the family.
Right.
And we lost that. We lost the sight of that, the small business and the minority people. So we thought we want to set up something to educate the people, not necessarily tell you who should you vote, you should be Democrat, Republican. It's more like which candidate will listen to us and understand the issue, and also for the minority community to understand what issues really affecting them. A lot of people just say, well, it doesn't matter, I don't care, I vote or not, I really don't know. I mean, you guys been in the voting booth, I'm sure you guys have, and you read those referendum questions. If you're not a lawyer, you probably have no clue what the heck they just tell you to vote for.
Right.
Why is that? Right? So, and why we want a platform in minority people, the candidate running for whatever office they want. I want them to know there's a group of minority people, they want to get into the actions. They want to know, what are you going to do for me? And I want them to have a chance to tell the candidate, hey, that's what I need from you. So that's what Meet the Voters are about. It's really a more communication and education. It's not an advocacy about, I want you to vote for that party, vote for that issue, and vote for that person. It's more like you should know and you should learn about it.
Right. I just did an interview last night with New York Times, and, they asked me, well, what party do you feel you affiliate with? And I'm like, you know what? I'm sick and tired of hearing parties, because it's literally, I'm supporting people and the issues, and people that are willing to come in and actually solve some of the issues and not bring more issues to our community. So yes, I do agree with you. And so now I know that you're also putting together an event to help educate individuals on people who are running right now. When is that event?
Yeah, we're going to have our first event for this election cycle in 2024 on March 7th. It's going to be held at the Ahern Hotel. It's a luncheon. It's going to be between 11:30 to 1:30. The tickets are $50 per person, and you could go to our website at Meet the Voter, www.meetthevoters.com. Spell the entire words out, and you could purchase the ticket. And the first session that we're going to have will be the congressional candidate for the Senate seat.
Awesome.
And it's a town hall setting like before. All our sessions are generally open question and answer sessions. There is no speech given. Not someone just gives half an hour speech and goes away and shake hands. This is they get a 2-minute state their platform, and then the rest is open conversation between the people who come to the luncheons and the candidates.
No, awesome. Dr. Gobian, do you have any
I
questions?
have a question. So this organization, Meet the Voters, as far as I understand, is not focusing in one party, but in educating the community about politics and the importance of voting, right? Now,
That's correct.
Okay, I represent a big group of community, in the Hispanic community, obviously. I am not allowed to vote yet, but I have 10 members in my family that I influence, and they come to me and say, who should I vote for? So because I am not allowed to vote yet, I can join your organization, or even if I cannot vote, I can go and meet the voters and get educated together because I'm the influence on other people.
Even though you're not a voter at this time, I think it's, I don't know what critical is the right word, but I think it's important. If you live in this country, you work in this community, I think it's good for someone to learn about the policy of the country. Because you might not able to vote, but that doesn't mean it doesn't affect you.
It does.
Someday you could vote,
Yes.
and you might understand the issue. You could influence the voter, say, why would you not vote for this? Why would you not vote for that? So you have some influential ability to people that could vote, but also it's a self-interest. You want to know what the current policies are. You want the candidate. Just because you can't vote, you don't want to allow the candidate going in and just kind of ruin everybody's day, right? So I think it's educational, it's informational. It's never hurt to know more.
Now, it's really interesting to hear this from you, because before I ask people, have you voted yet? No, why not? Because I don't know who to vote for. Everyone sees the same thing. They are a bunch of liars. There is a lack of education. So now I had the opportunity to go to events in the past, even I am not allowed to vote yet, and get educated, but they were focusing in a certain party, and I said no. So now that I hear about this organization, Meet the Voters, I'm excited because I can see that you are in a neutral position. You are not trying to influence anyone. So this is perfect for me, because I am not only the main source of influence for these 10 family members, but a lot of people around me who follows me and who ask me, and who I can tell them what you mentioned in the beginning. Not what the parties are offering, but what the issues are really in the community, so that we can see which is the candidate that is going to provide the solution to those specific issues. So I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm very glad, one, we have this interview. Second, you're excited about our group. I think someone in your position obviously could offer some influential opinion to the general Hispanic community, right?
Yes.
I mean, look at the reality check. We have some major union established in this city, right? The culinary union have around 250,000 members. The labor union, but both those unions has a very strong percentage of Hispanic community working in those unions. But they don't get the message, the political message from the union leaders. And why not? There's 200-some people keeping the union alive, but why are we leaving the handful of people make the decision for the union? I'm okay to do that, but they should have a choice. I can listen to the union leader as well, listen to myself, what's best for me and the family. Like you say, there's a lot of common people who come to say, well, who should I vote? Why should I vote? And a lot of people say, well, my vote doesn't count. It's one person. You know, dollar made of 20 nickels. You don't have 20 nickels, you don't have a dollar. So no matter what, you got to find a 20 nickel before you get a dollar. So every vote counts.
Amen.
Like last election, 100 and some thousand registered Republicans did not vote. If half of them vote, not even all, just half, they would have been the majority of the state assembly and the state senate.
All right, no, good thought. Fan, I'm going to stop you for just a minute. We're going to go ahead and go to a short commercial, and we'll be right back with Fan Chou.
Hello, this is Dr. Kovian. I am a naturopath, or a doctor in natural medicine, a holistic practitioner, and I specialize in uncovering the root causes of your symptoms of health problems. How do I do that? Well, I use the electromagnetic resonance technology, same thing that CAT scan and MRI uses in the hospital. And once I know what's the root cause, through natural solutions such as teas, soups, smoothies. I'll give you the recipes for you to empower your own body's healing mechanisms so that you will heal or prevent any future health problems. You can reach me out here in Las Vegas. My number is 702-365-8000, or you can look for Balance, Salud y Vida. I have a website, I have social media, but 702-365-8000 is the best way to reach out to me. I will help you better your health, prevent any illness, increase your energy levels, reduce inflammation, pain. You will feel amazing. It will be a pleasure to serve you.
Introducing See Us Now Staffing, led by yours truly, Laura Nowlin. As the founder and president, I bring over 17 years of expertise in sourcing for talent, building winning teams of professionals, marketing, and workforce development. At See Us Now Staffing, we're not just a staffing agency. We're your strategic partner in building a winning team of professionals for your business. My passion for community service extends to connecting entrepreneurs with local resources. Recognized by the Small Business Administration as the 2022 Nevada Family-Owned Business of the Year, we're not just changing the workforce landscape, we're defining it.
Welcome back to Let's Talk Business with Laura Nowlin and Dr. Gobian, and our guest that we have, Fan Chou, the president and founder of Meet the Voters. And so we had gone to commercial and we were talking a little bit about the union. So I wanted to also address that because I know that my husband was union at one time. And what happened to him is every time they would have a political meeting, it was only a certain party. And so my husband didn't represent that party. So it was very difficult for him to even attend the meetings because he's like, wait a minute, you're only giving me one side of the story here and you're telling me to vote for this person, but I don't even agree with this person. So I hear where you're coming from about the union influence of how they can be a one-sided show instead of educating and really showing them what are the issues that we have out there. They're actually influencing them more with just a certain party and a certain party ticket. So yes, I do agree with that. A question for you. Where do you see our state in economics, right, in 10 years from now? Where do you see us? Where do you see what direction we're heading and we're going with a lot of growth? All your experience that you have, international and national.
Well, funny you asked that question. 2 years ago, when I decided to involve a little bit of politics, I met a lot of candidates, and I candidly expressed to most of them is about what the state of Nevada looks like and what still need to change. So to the benefit of Laura knows a lot about my background. I have a lot of international experience, especially in Asia. I actually saw the country of China grew up in the last 30 years. When I first went to China and Shanghai, all those high-rise you see now on the YouTube and pictures, they didn't exist. So I saw a country grew up. I'm looking at this Nevada at the smaller scale. Nevada cannot just live and die by the hospitality industry.
Right.
As the world economy is shifting, so will our hospitality industry. So, one, we're getting very expensive. As most of you know, it's very expensive to go to the Strip to enjoy the night. Hotel cost is high, resort fees high, parking fees high. You spend $100 before you pay anything else, okay? Well, for an average family, that's not affordable.
Right.
So how is that convention business going to work for us in the long term as the world economy is shifting? So Nevada needs to be smarter to find other industries to attract another industry come to Nevada to boost up what's diminishing. So part of my conversation last 2 years with a lot of leadership in this in the state and a few other business people is about technology. Technology has no shelf life. Like many industries, there's like get a certain point, you kind of slow down, you reinvent yourself. Technology is a non-stop. It's forever growing because we have no idea where the end is. It didn't ever end. So biotech and technology business will suit Nevada well. We have plenty of land. We have some pretty good higher education system, especially in northern Nevada, and we need to transfer the know-how and technology to different group of employees. And that will serve benefit all the minorities, because now, if you look at the reality, like I said before, the union, majority of the membership are minority workers.
Right.
We need to come up with a different industry where they could have an opportunity to exit that, what you so-called minimum wage job, to move up the next level of wage, where the average pay is $25, $30, $35 an hour. So I'll give you an example. The average biotech employee in the U.S. average pay a year is about $97,000. Well, that's a lot more than the hospitality industry in the average year, about almost $30,000.
Right.
By doing that, so subconsciously, the collateral benefit is this group of employees that are making a lot more money, they're going to want their kids have better education. And that will force our political system to pay more attention to our school system, so we no longer become the 49th and the 50th position of the United States on our public education. So we have to create a system that, not necessarily the policy, because the voter has the ability to force the policy, the politician. We have a higher pay job now. We are making $90,000. We want better education for our kids, and guess what? You guys are going to write some better policy to force better policy so we have better education. And that's kind of the trickle down effect. A little thing here affect a lot of things down below, and that's part of why I'm looking at the economy in the state is growing. Like the airport need to be relocated. I'm glad to hear the FAA approved the feasibility study to add an airport, a relocated airport for Clark County. I've been talking to airport authority up in Reno about relocating the airport. Both airports are in the middle of the city. 30 years ago, we're surrounded by farmland.
Right.
10 years from now, is not going to survive by any farmland, okay? I'll give you a case in point, Ontario, California. You ever been down there 30 years ago? It was all farmland.
Right.
What's Ontario, California like now? It's a city, an airport right in the middle. We need to do that. Biotech industry offer the best opportunity for us. One, doesn't require a lot of natural resources, but require a lot of human talented people to work here. That means they raise the capital, human capital need, and their pay raise. And they also get high-paying jobs.
Right.
And in the United States, there's two major hubs for biotech. One's Boston, one is San Francisco. They control the money for the industry, majority of it. And they have some facility. But the major hub is a Research Triangle Park in North Carolina. And that's a huge park. I mean, that park is probably the size of North Las Vegas. Everybody in the world in pharmaceutical biotech has a facility there. But guess what? There's nothing like that west of Mississippi. So my thought process that I have expressed to the leadership of the state is, why can't we have one here?
Exactly. No, you're right. You're right. Why can't we? Just like, why can't that airport be moved and expanded in some other area? I heard you say that years ago. And so now to see that at least someone's listening is great.
So those are the policies. Those are policies that drive the agenda to revitalize Nevada, right? But by revitalization, it also helps all the community. I don't care if it's minority or not, because we are going to grow with that city, right? Like it or not, we're going to all grow with that city. If we have residents here, we will grow with that initiative, the policy-driven initiative. Then the collateral benefit, we're going to get all this. We all get a high-paying job. Our goal is not coming here just to work in a hotel. There's nothing wrong working in a hotel or the casino. They all make decent living, but they have more options. The second thing is survivability. There isn't too many major cities in the United States to survive in just one industry. You don't have to look too far into Midwest. Like all the manufacturing facilities, when China opened up, they were vacant overnight, right? Just because all they did was manufacturing this, all they did was manufacturing that. They were gone overnight. So by having more than one major industry in the city or in the state will help the survivability of the state and the well-being in the community. And also, you attract people. You have a better, different community, right? If you have high-educated, more, let's say, affluent employee in the industry, your community will be different. Your overall community, posturing, activity, everything will be different. And that's how we change the generation after us, right? We all want our kids to be better. How do we do that? We had to initiate something to light that fire and then let that continue to burn better.
No, awesome. Thank you. Dr. Cobian, you had a question
Yes,
as well?
I have a question, Mr. Fangio. Okay, so I'm excited about joining your organization, meet the voters, and attend all your events because I do want to be exposed to all the information on both parties. But my great scenario or what I would like to have is how can I know the issues, the specific issues before I attend the event so that when I hear both, I will know who is really solving the issues.
So into a lot of this political event, there's a lot of people have initiative. They have written an initiative. They ask people to sign petitions. We need to multilingual law this petition and initiative.
Yes.
And our goal at this point, Meet the Vote is not mature enough to deliver all the issues that we're concerned about. But over time, I believe we can deliver that. Our goal is able to post those information on our website in multilingual. So hopefully our website will be in multilingual. It's in Spanish, in English, in Chinese, in major bilingual language. Will be the voter could understand. I don't really care so much about voter understand. I want people to understand.
Right.
Because if you live here, you work here, I want you to know what you bought in, right? Like it or not, whatever policy it is, you bought in. Whatever how they voted, you bought into it. You gotta get it, regardless you like it or not. I want you to know about it. I want you to know what you don't know.
So in the future, there is a possibility that can be something like that done so that we have access to the issues and that will help us understand better when these politics are planning and promising and offering and all that blah blah. Because sadly what I noticed, I have been here in Las Vegas for 5 years and I noticed that most of my community, they hear only one side. Like Laura was sharing about the union and her husband, and what about the two sides? That's why I never got involved. I know I'm a voice or influence. I know that a lot of people will hear me out, but it's like I don't know both sides. So I just stay neutral. Now that I hear about your organization, I'm excited to join. I'm happy to be there and learn so I can keep educating people the same way that you do. And hopefully, like you mentioned, hopefully one day this organization will also have events in Spanish.
Yeah, awesome. No, I'm really glad that, see, we already recruited one more, Mr. Chu. Hey, so we have about 2 minutes. We have 2 minutes
one
left.
nickel at a time.
Right. So we have 2 minutes left. I want to make sure that we get the message across, right? Your website, your phone number, where they can go, how can they get the information?
So our website is www.meetthevoters with an S spelled all the words .com. My number is 781-838-0178. Right now our organization is very small. We raise money to our events, and we also welcome donations. We're more funding because we're not intended to be a profitable company, but we just haven't registered as a nonprofit yet. And our goal is to be a nonprofit company. We want to raise the fund so we can produce a product that give our minority community a voice and understanding how the American political system is affecting them.
Right.
And Laura knows, I come from a construction industry. I know all about union too well.
No, and Just if you could reach out to Fan Chou, if you have the opportunity of actually sitting one-on-one with him, you'll be actually amazed. Like I said, he's been mentoring me since 2015. You just have so much knowledge, and I'm constantly tapping in. And when you brought this, that you wanted to start a group, I'm like, why not? Here I am, your personal assistant. How may I assist you? Because I want to continue educating our community, right? And it's not about one party, it's not about another party, it's about what are you really going to do for us, right? The community, because we are the taxpayers. The government has no money. The money is ours. And we make the decision as to who we hire, and we need to start also firing people that really doesn't matter their party, but they say they're going to go in there and they're going to do this for us, and they go in there and then they forget completely about us. So Fan, thank you so much for having this vision. Thank you so much for joining our show today. One more time with your phone number, please.
Well, thank you. First of all, thank you for having me. It was a wonderful conversation to talk about some of the things that we're working on. I'm glad we have an opportunity to broadcast this message. I hope this message will reach many, many people, especially the minority community, so they be more encouraged about the political system in America. It might not be the greatest thing since sliced bread, but it's still a sliced bread. And you can reach me again at our Meet the Voters website, which is spell the whole word, meetthevoters.com. And our number is 781-838-0178. If you want to learn more about what Meet the Voters are about, or what you think the economy outlook for Nevada and maybe the United States, feel free to reach out to me. I'm more than happy to answer any questions you may have.
Yes, thank you. And make sure that you join us on March the 7th at Ahern Hotel at 11:30 to 1:30 p.m. And you can buy your tickets by going to the website.
Thank you.
We'll see you guys at the next show.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.